Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode on Stoneblock 3, and I got a lot to catch you guys up on. Well, on last episode, we left off by making some singularities over here, and now you can see we have a lot more. We have 6 more of them, to be exact. We have the Turorials singularities, we have the balloons singularities, we have the add-on processing singularities, we have the wall singularities, we have the emerald cluster singularity, and we also have the XP jelly baby singularity. Now, how do I make all of these? Well, the Turorials is pretty simple. I just cooked the one that I had left over, and then I sent it over here through the exporter. That's pretty easy. The balloon one I'll show you guys in a second, because this is the slowest one I have. The add-on is also another one I set up between episodes. I can show you that as well. The wall is actually over on that room over there, and this is the emerald cluster, which is also another thing I have to show you guys. And the babies are pretty easy to do, and I just hooked them up with the entangle block, which is basically going all the way here to the farm, picking up the drawer I have, and then just putting it over here. Now, these two I made over the live stream, and the live stream is actually in the channel if you want to watch it. I think it's about 2 hours, and then we went over how I made the wall singularity and the emerald cluster singularity. We also hooked some of these guys up here, so it actually works like decently now. Now, first, this is the wall. If you want to watch like the whole process, you can watch in the YouTube video, not the stream, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is the room. I made 3 of these so it'd actually be a little bit faster on the process. It's actually like kind of easier than it looks. You just need 4 field projectors. They do have EMC, so you can just easily make them. I'm not even sure what's the recipe for these guys. So you need a miniaturization dish, a base. Okay, so it's actually not that expensive. It's kind of cheap. And yeah, and you need 4 of these at least, so you can make it one of these areas. And I just picked up an ender pearl. It's okay. And what you want to have is this recipe right here. You need a block, an iron block with a redstone dust on top, and an ender pearl, and you can see it consumes it. It's now crafting it, and whenever it's done with its crafting, this guy immediately picks up the blocks, and they're being sent through my system, which is actually, I can actually show you guys. Yeah, there's some cables running through here. They go all the way down over there, because I have that interface right there, and then it just goes into my system, and then I could just pull them out over there. So it's kind of easy. I'm using a deployer to put the redstone. I'm using a factory block placer to put this block, and then just CMC links to give a block of iron, and then have a brass funnel with 1 ender pearl at a time, just tossing it down. So it's kind of easy. It's kind of easy, and it's really cool. Now, next up was the balloon one. The balloon one is a little bit more complicated. First of all, I had to increase my latex production, as you guys can see. So we had tons and tons of latex being processed. Now they're all being put into this ender tank right here, which is sending to wherever we need it. And we also have these pyrolyzers here, which are now turning coal into coke, which are giving us creosote oil. And then we gotta put the creosote oil into some buckets with using the fuel encapsulator, and then we're piping the things down into our system. So our system, we type in bucket. Yeah, you can see we have the buckets. They come in, they go out. It's just as easy as you can see. I'm really thinking of getting rid of these buckets. Like, I had an issue with my storage whenever I set that up, because I was gaining a ton of resources. And as you can see, we have a lot of things here, and what I want to do is whenever I have one item that I'm producing like tons and tons of it, what I want to do is just grab, for example, 1 single bucket. You're gonna put buckets here, and we're gonna put buckets there. There we go. Now, I'm gonna be pulling out all the buckets I have in my storage system into this drawer. I had to do the same with seeds, with this planks, the treated wood planks, the tar and the coke. because they were just piling and piling and piling up in the system. And this way I'm just getting rid of all the excess items that I may have. As you can see, we're gaining, we're losing, we're gaining, we're losing, we're gaining, we're losing. I have like 250,000 items here, and that's really not good. So I have a double stack upgrade. I don't think that actually is doing anything. I'm pretty sure I should just give it a speed upgrade instead of the second stack one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like the best I can do. And now it's just voiding the rest of the buckets, which that's the ideal option, because now, as you can see, we're going lower in the numbers, and that's what I want. I want to get rid of all the excess items I have in my storage, because yeah, this was getting quite full really fast. But yeah, how we're making the balloons, well, I made a mess back here. I made a whole bunch of a mess around here. I'll try to explain everything. Well, first things first, for the uranite, I just replaced the system I had over here with an electric motor. I put these guys running to this max as they can go, and then I just use an external storage to pipe out the uranite from that drawer into this netherite furnace, which then cooks it, puts into the system. Boom, Singularity, automated, that's easy. Now, the balloons, I'm using this crafter right here. Now, what I'm telling this crafter to do is I'm teaching it how to do the treated wood planks, which is, well, this recipe, which is some spruce and then some creosote oil buckets. That's why I had to get rid of the buckets from my storage. Then we also have this, the treated wood slabs, which are being processed here as well, which we probably have an excess of. We probably need to get rid of this as well. Then we have this guy making tough fabric, which is using hemp. I'll show you my hemp farm in a second as well. Then some sticks. And this is basically just producing a lot of tough fabric, so we can actually produce the balloons itself, which take 3 tough fabric, a torch, and the treated wood planks. Now, do I have a problem with this? I actually don't. Okay, that's kind of perfect. Then, if we go around here, we have automated the speed upgrades, we have automated the efficiency upgrades, and then up here we have automated the processing ones, which it stops. Every now and then the process just stops, and I don't really know why, and I have to like hook it up again. We have the latex processing unit working, and I don't think I changed anything else. We have this small hemp farm. I'm sorry, not kelp, but hemp over here. And this was not cutting it to that crafter speed, so I had to make it bigger. And here it is in all its glory. I just put a lot of botany pots with some importers on the bottom, and then just put a watch of flowing time, just speeding this up. I think that only like these last 5 are not being powered. But that's alright, that's alright. They're all getting sent into the system and then being processed to make the balloons, which is by far the slowest of the inputs we have, because I even set up some auto crafting through my system, and I have a crafting upgrade, so it would craft the balloons here, or try to craft the balloons to insert them here, and it's still pretty slow. Now, the last thing to show is actually this emerald cluster. Now, we made this compact machine, and in order to make this compact machine right here, I actually have an extra one for today's video. This guy needs to go through the field projectors, like the wall blocks, like these wall blocks. Now, the only difference is that you need to actually set the field projectors in a way that you have a 5x5 area in the middle. So I think you gotta place them like 9 blocks apart. So you place one here, you right click on it, and it tells you the distance to the next one, so you can see where you can place others and others. And I think you have to put it like halfway, not the closest and not the furthest. It needs to be like the second at least, so you'd have a 5x5 area in the middle, and then you just build the structure, which is basically a 5x5 wall. It's actually empty if you do this. Yeah, as you can see, it's hollow, and in the middle a netherite block, and then just close it off the top, and then you have to toss an ender pearl there, and boom, it makes this machine automatically, which is pretty cool. And if we go inside of this guy, we have these bad boys. Yes. I have, I think it's like 50 emerald clusters with 2 watches of flowing time, and then we have this builder right here, which can barely keep up with the energy. Like it's taking 20,000 at a time, and yeah, it's not even enough. It's constantly draining. It doesn't even gain any power. So but that's all right. That's all right. And it's just mining it with clearing silk quarry. You gotta make it clearing and you gotta make it silk so it actually picks up the items that you want. So yeah, and then I also set up a filter. Yeah, I also set up a filter so it only picks up like when it's in its highest form. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, and then just right click out of here and we're back in the world. Yeah, so this was pretty easy to automate. Oh yeah, fun fact, I just sped up this elevator to beat max speed. It's super funny that it literally pulls me up in the air whenever I use it. It's actually so funny. Now there's actually another one we can set up right here. So if we pick this guy up, we can go ahead and use this entangle binder. You can easily see, yeah, we're taking the XP babies from here, which you just need to make an XP solidifier, just put in a mold in it. You can do some XP speed upgrades, and then boom, just get the babies, you pull them out, and then I have this linked up there. And how you link it is you right click on the block you want, and then if you go into the quantum, that's not the quantum entangle border, but the entangled block, yeah, you right click it and boom, now it knows exactly what it's looking at. And if should show me, yeah, there you can see, if you shift you can see it's bound to that drawer which has the mob souls. And we can now do this. We need to get rid of this connection somehow. Can I items? Okay, there we go. And we want you to pull into there, and boom, we now have the mob souls as well. So we can just pick those guys up, and then we can actually just start locking some of these guys. Yeah, and boom, one more singularity done. Because I was just looking, we also need to set up more nitro crystals, the polonium, the pig iron, the ethereal slates, the train tracks, the emerald clusters were done, and the XP babies were done. So we're missing 6 of them. Today I want to automate train tracks first. So system is, well, this. It's kind of simple. You just need a couple deployers, which I have them filtered on to have this, the iron nuggets, and then we need a press at the end. Now we still need to give this guy some rotational power, which isn't really that difficult. You can literally just like hook them all up together like this. And if we just belt this guy all the way there, there we go. Kind of easy. Now if that guy gets power, all of them will get power. And the way I thought about doing this is, well, a couple of gearboxes there actually. Let's craft a couple of them. That's perfect. That's all we need. And we need a vertical to do this. And then we just need another vertical to do this. And boom, you can see now all of the arms are perfectly tied up together. Then the items will come into the barrels. And after the barrels, like they'll go into the other barrel and then into this drawer right here. Now, ideally, I would give this guy a couple of netherite upgrades before I try and do anything. So it has like tons and tons of space. That seems to be perfect. And then, yeah, we're only missing the funnels. So if we go ahead and grab onto the funnels, we can do any funnels. Andesite funnels are enough, so you don't really need to worry about if you need more than this, because it will only process one thing at a time because of these arms, so you don't really need to worry about anything. And then, oh, I cannot put that there. Oh, okay, so we're gonna have to reroute the power in another way. We cannot put there because that place needs a funnel. Okay, I rerouted the power, so now we can tell this guy to start doing its thing. It will start pulling in the items. I don't think I need to void any of these. I'll just let these guys fill up to the 2k mark, and then should start filling up this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. That guy is now completely full. The top part should all be completely full as well, so that's good. So I think we're ready. We can start by making some train tracks. Put this guy here as well. And we have the train track automation. That's so sick. This is really so sick. Now, I can speed this up. I can, and I will most likely will, because we need a lot of it. And the way I can speed this up is I can just put a controller here, rotational controller here, and then I'll just increase its speed to, well, the maximum I can. I don't really need these guys anymore. These guys have done their work. 25k of this, 60k of this, 60k of this, and 27k of this. So I think we can cut the power going this way, and we can focus all 147 stress units on this area right here, because this is what we need. This is what we need to automate. So we're going fast, but I want to go faster. Yep, I think this is faster. Yep. It's going full steam ahead. I just put this guy here with 256 rotations per minute. So yeah, I guess we're good on train tracks for now. Now I just need to link it up to my system, and the way I have been linking up the things is to just go down here, for example. I went one too much actually. Oh, wait, what? Oh, is this guy not enough? Oh, okay, hold up. And boom, we just connected all the way up there with an external storage, and boom, now we have the train automation done, or the train track automation done. Now this is super funny. And now if we come all the way up here, we just need to hook this system up. I'm gonna actually make the cable run all the way around the back here, because we now need it to, well, come around for the other things. Perfect. And then we're just gonna get an exporter. Perfect. We're gonna get a stack upgrade, and then we're just gonna pull up a train track here. So we put that there, we give it the stack upgraded, we tell it to export train tracks, and boom, we have train track automation. The singularities are now done. And I need more power, and to do that we're gonna get our hands into a Nitro reactor. Yes, you just have to have 36 of these guys, and you place on the middle of the block where you want it to be, and boom, it builds itself, just like you see. And it's going to need a couple of things. Well, yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of inputs, there's a lot of outputs, so we still need a few other machines in order to do this, and that's all because we need a lot of power so we can properly automate nitro crystals. So one of the things we need is this setup right over here. This is a pretty rudimentary setup. We could actually be automating this back at the base, but sure, I'd rather do it here. And I'm using the EMC link to get myself some blue ice that I'm putting 2 at a time into here, the energizing orb, which is then being compared, and then when it reaches the 2 items inside, it will activate the redstone link, so it would stop the hopper. This energizing rod powers up the ice. Boom, we're now starting to get in some dry ice, which that's pretty easy, pretty easy. I also have this if I want to automatically craft. I don't think I need it for now, so we can go ahead and save that thing. And now we need another EMC link. Why? Because we need some coal blocks. And we need some redstone blocks. There we go. I think I can output it with... Like if I go like here, I think I can output for both sides, right? Yeah, I think I can. Like if I just do this, and then do this, and then I unplug this, and I do this, and then I just toss this in, sending in the redstone. Will it send in the coal afterwards? Yes. Okay, it's sending in the coal as well. We got all the dry ice. It's heating up because these guys heat up a little bit, but we have the dry ice. We're only missing water. Now, water, I have the easiest task in the world. This is literally just gonna use the ender tank, right? Because I have it, so might as well just use it. And then we just need to get some pipes out of here, and this should be pretty easy to automate. Then we can literally put it like here, and then just toss it into there. I really don't want to hook it up there. I want you to hook up right there, and then 1, 2, 3, it's the water one. Boom. Now it's empty. But this is full with 1 bucket or 1,000 buckets, I'm not sure. So now we're only missing one thing here, only one, and that is actually uranite. Now I think we don't need this guy anymore, because this guy should actually handle both of the inputs of the redstone and the coal one, so we should be good there. We'd only need the uranite. Yeah, this bad boy, because if we toss this in, you can see it's going to start to produce power, and it's producing a lot of power, like a lot of power. So now if we just go ahead and craft ourselves a plug, we can hook it up to the top, right? Yeah. And then let's say you go into this network and you're going to be chunk loading, and you should be storing or having all of this energy. I'm pretty sure the output is at the top, so I think we're good. We can toggle it on. The reactor will stop when it's full and start when it's less than 70. This is really cool because it will save me power, so it's not constantly burning my uranite. So that's really good, and I will toggle it on. So whenever it's finished, for example now, it should stop, right? Yeah, I think it should stop. Yeah, it did stop. See, it has literally no power. So it means that we're keeping up with the power so far. And then we just need to actually supply this with uranite from our system. And that's going to be the trickiest part, because I don't think I want to do a link, but I'll probably have to link it somehow with some wireless network interfaces. I guess we'll have to say. Yeah, but now I should be getting access to all of that power. If I go ahead and take a look at like something like, I mean, these guys are completely full right now. So I can even check. Yeah, there we go. We have a bunch of plugs. We have this plug, we have this plug, we have this plug, we have this plug. We have 2 plugs that are not doing anything right now. And I'm guessing this is actually, yeah, this is the one who's not doing anything. He's not inputting anything into the system for some reason. And it should. I mean, I'm thinking that it doesn't need to. Because I'm inputting more than I'm outputting sometimes. Yeah, I think it just evenly averages out. Yeah, basically I'm using 32,000. I even increased the number of furnators I have here because I was going really low on power, but I think it's fixed now. And well, there we go. We now have a network receiver here. I didn't want to use this, but you know, this is simpler. it's actually much simpler. And then we just got an exporter exporting uranite. This is not really being used that often. Like, this is basically the main energy source I have, which is also my backup, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's not even being used most of the time. So just if I go crazy on power usage, that will be turned on. And until then, well, I have some backup so I can go crazy. And so guys, with all that done, I mean, a lot of it was between episodes, but I did my best to try and explain to you guys. If you have any doubts, please let me know down below and I'll explain it in the next video or even in the comments on this video. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you may have of what I do or how something works, because I'll let you guys know if I know, right? But yeah, with all that said, and with 5 singularities missing, that's all the time I have for today. Hopefully you can get 2 more in the next episode, and then we'll be really close to fully automated this entire pack. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye.